for fun, really. Are older men sexier? Can you generalise and say that? Give us a call on 0207 862 2222. I'll speak to you about it in just a moment. The reason we're asking is because Mark Carney has just become the new Prime Minister of Canada. And everyone in our office is talking about this. They're saying, "Cool, look at him. He looks absolutely stunning. He looks ravishing. He looks absolutely terrific." And middle-aged men have got that silver fox quality that makes them very, very fanciful. So my question for you is, are men who you might say are in the prime of their lives and their looks when they're over 50 more desirable than the younger model? After all, they're arguably more mature. You might say they're more stable, experienced. They've developed their own personal style and confidence. And in most cases, they might even be a little bit more financially secure. Is that the explanation of the appeal? Is that why everyone's talking about this? Well, let's have a look and see this rather gorgeous wall of hunky and absolutely toothsome gentlemen. So at the top, we've got Mark Carney. He's the guy we're talking about. New Prime Minister of Canada, 59 years old, well-dressed, well-spoken. We remember him from the Bank of England when he was over here. I mean, you might say just absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, Carole.
Not the way he needs
No?
to go to sexier.
Bang average.
He's Van Ordinaire,
Yeah.
seriously.
Don't
Completely.
think so.
I don't know, not at all.
JJ?
He should not be on the list, this Mark Carney. Not at all.
shouldn't.
No
All
way.
right. Next up here, we have Idris Elba. Now, how old is Idris anyway? 52 years old.
Yeah.
And all I say is when I used to work at the BBC, he came in to be interviewed. And I'm not joking. It looked like Bobby Soxers had appeared from all over the building. There were women, honestly, with their noses and their pushed up against the window. I was much too dignified to do it, but I would have if I thought nobody would see me. Yeah. 52 years old. I mean, gorgeous. Right?
Doesn't do it for me, no.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
What?
No, he doesn't. George Clooney does it for me.
That's because George Clooney looks like your husband.
Yeah, George
I
Clooney's
wish.
63.
He does.
Actually, Carole's husband does look a bit like
Actually,
Yeah,
I
he
wish.
does, he
And
does.
interestingly, my husband is 8 or 9 years younger than me, but I never liked younger men. Never went after younger men.
Right.
I always thought I would be with an older guy, but I think it's good for him because he's going to wheel me around in my wheelchair.
All right, we're going to stick with the more mature end of the spectrum first, and then we'll go to the younger options. So here we have Barack Obama.
Quite attractive. I think he's
63.
Pretty attractive.
Okay,
yeah.
Handsome.
And the one next to him is divine.
One next
don't know
to
how he
him.
made the list.
He's divine.
I mean, the stuff of dreams and
Mr.
fantasies.
Vine.
Crazy.
Mr. Jeremy Vine. How old is Jeremy Vine these days, anyway?
He's 50.
His official age,
Do you know
his
what I always
stage age,
think?
59.
Do you know what I think about Jeremy? He's got great teeth and he actually likes women. Do you know, a lot of men don't
Wait,
really
what?
like women, they fancy them.
I hope he's married, I hope he does.
I don't mean that. I mean, a lot of men fancy women. He likes women.
But I would say, maybe it's just me, very, very friendly and really good fun. Not
course.
particularly flirtatious, though. Would you agree?
Never flirtatious.
Not flirtatious, so it's nice because you feel like
Well,
you can be
maybe that's-
pals.
maybe that's
mates.
just us,
Maybe it's
Vanessa.
just us. I don't know. Okay, scratch that from the record. Now, I do have a personal favourite. They asked me. And now
Oh,
this
yes.
is the man
Yes.
who, I mean, I have held a torch
Yes.
for ever since I interviewed him on the Big Breakfast Bed in
Get it?
1996. And this is beautiful Jeff Goldblum. Do you know he plays the piano
Yes.
divinely?
Exactly.
He paints
Yes.
divinely.
Funny.
He reads, he thinks, he's
Yeah.
funny, he can act, he's got loads of money. I mean, he's very tall. I mean, he's just absolutely fabulous.
I think you're right.
And on the Big Breakfast, I don't think I'm exaggerating to say we really bonded.
Yes.
And he invited me to some kind of soiree that night.
Yes.
Well, I went.
Yes.
Like an absolute idiot. Took my husband with me. What a fool. And then when my husband left me a couple of years later, I thought, oh, damn, I should have gone to that thing
Yeah.
with Jeff Goldblum.
We
So that-
could get his phone number.
I know he's very happily
find it.
married, I think.
Married
Very
now. Oh, is
happily
he?
married.
Oh, well, that makes
But he's my idea of the ultimate. But
Can I
let's
ask, Vanessa, before you jump across, can I ask, why is Alexis Conran not on this list?
maybe he's too young.
He's older than 50, Alexis.
Is he?
Yeah, don't push it. He's older than he's like 55 at
Okay,
least,
let's
Alexis.
romp through the youth. So we have Timothée Chalamet, who's 29.
All of them look like children to me. I mean, and do you know this one here, Leo Whatnot, who
Yes.
was in Mad About the Boy?
Leo Woodall, yeah.
Do you know he said something recently? It really made me want to smack him. He said, "I can't go on the tube anymore because I make husbands
Oh,
jealous."
give over.
Get over
real.
yourself.
Nonsense.
Get real.
Well, what about
So-
the lovely Stormzy?
It doesn't do it for me.
No, not for
No.
me.
No.
None of them do it. For
Only
me.
Harry Styles.
Well,
really gets me there.
I happened to go to a restaurant and Harry Styles was having dinner there.
Yes.
And I was just about to do that, oh, that's Harry
Yeah.
Styles kind of thing. Came up to me. I could not believe it. Said,
Not- yeah.
Vanessa, I've watched you on television for years. How lovely to meet you. I'm like, oh my God, I love you. So I must say, and he's very tall. He is tall.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of sort of distinguished kind of
Has he?
pheromones and all that thing. He exudes a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He's a sexy boy. because
Testosterone. Exactly. There
he
you are. He's a
goes
sexy
out
boy.
with some stunning women.
Yeah.
He is a sexy
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, he's a sexy boy.
Timothy, I don't get
Tom
Timothy
Holland.
Chalamet.
No, that's Tom Holland in the bottom.
I
Timothy
love Tom Holland,
Chalamet
yeah.
with the little
He does
moustache.
nothing for me, that little.
Again, I've got to protest. How have I not made the youngster?
why are you not there
I'm not
in
on
the
the
youth
old one. I'm
section?
not on the youth
How old
section
are you
either.
then?
40.
Well, you're right in the middle. You're nowhere.
Right, don't go anywhere because we're going to be taking your calls on this. Light-hearted, obviously. Are older men sexier? I'd love to hear from you. Maybe you are an older man yourself, or maybe you're dating one, or maybe you think we've just got this badly wrong and that men in their prime are in their late 20s and early 30s. Welcome back. We're live on 5. Carol and JJ are here. Let's get straight to your calls on whether older men are much sexier than younger men. 0207 862 2222. Let's go to Liz in London. Hello, Liz.
Hi, I'm still fanning myself.
Why?
The words of Mark Carney. If I had to do a transaction over a counter with Mr. Carney, I'd be very uncomfortable.
Really? Because Carol can't see it at all.
I don't get it, Liz. I think he looks much older than 50, whatever he is. And
There's
he's
just
59.
no. He's got it. He's definitely got it. And
What's
I'm
he
not
got?
an older guy kind of girl. But the young ones now. That guy in Bridget Jones.
yes.
There's an expression in my mum's country which is, "Let me just wipe that breast milk off your cheek."
Oh, so you mean he looks like a baby? Because they do look a bit baby.
Yes.
Yes.
And Harry Styles is slightly morphing into David Platt in Corrie.
Yes, you're right.
Gosh,
Hadn't noticed
vicious.
that.
That is a bit vicious, Liz. Is that fair to say?
She's very right.
I don't
Well,
know.
he's rich enough to diss a little bit. But yes, I'm afraid Mr. Carney has got it.
And you
He's
don't
got
think
the-
in this picture he looks a bit like George W. Bush, do you?
He does.
Because he does, doesn't he? Did you
does.
fancy him as well?
No, I don't know what it is about Mark Carney. I'm really seriously thinking about emigrating to Canada.
And Justin Trudeau, the outgoing Prime Minister, did he do it for you too or not so much?
No, absolutely not.
Well, this makes
I'm
no
left
sense.
leaning, but maybe I quite like right-wing people, right-wing men. Maybe there's something in them.
Liz, Carney's not right wing. He's not right wing
He
at
is
all.
right-wing for Canada.
No, he's really not. I was just reading about. In fact, they're saying in
I
Canada
love this.
now,
We're talking about is
he
a man
going
sexy?
against-
Carole Malone's talking about politics. What's going on there? She's insisting.
Carol,
Liz,
don't destroy my illusion.
Sorry,
exactly.
I'll shut
Carol,
up.
let her fantasies
shut up. Sorry,
roam
Liz.
free. Liz, think
on.
about him all you like and continue to, as you say, fan yourself. Very nice. Lovely to hear from you. Let's talk to Maria in Cornwall. Maria, I know you've been through a very sad time recently, so I just want to say, sending you my deepest condolences and sending you love. So tell me about your late husband.
Well, he's my partner.
Your partner.
We was together for 14 years.
Yes.
And I've never known a man like it. He had more perfume, more aftershave than me perfumed, more shoes, more clothes than me. He looked beautiful. Every part of him was smart. And when he winked at me, that was it.
And I believe he was 27 years older than you, Maria.
Yeah, 27 years older than me.
And how old were you when you met you two?
Hang on a minute. 49.
Okay, and you didn't think twice. You didn't think, gosh, you're a little more senior than I am. You didn't.
No.
The thing is, Maria, older men they understand women a lot better, don't you think?
Yeah,
and they can like women, and they don't mind whether you're passionate or you're strong. They can cope with it all much better.
I'm quite short and quite small myself, but he was a really tall man, and he had, as my dad would say, hands like shovels.
And were you attracted also by his confidence, by his maturity, all that sort of thing?
When he was younger, God, I got so many stories that he used to say. He used to be a roadie for the Yes Group. I don't know if that's a bit too old for you. Rick Bateman and the Yes Group.
Right.
And he used to tell me stories of that, and he used to drive all these famous people around. And then I said to him one night, "Oh, well, look who you've got me." And he went, "But you're the best." And we had a song that always is a reggae song saying, "I want to wake up with you."
Oh, I love that song. It's a beautiful song.
And every time
I mean,
got
Maria,
it-
really, what a beautiful relationship you had, and what a great story to tell. And thank you so much for sharing it with us. I really, really lovely to hear it, isn't it? Thank you. Let's talk to Samantha in Luton. Hi, Samantha.
Oh, hi.
Tell me about older men.
Okay, so I'm sort of surrounded by older men now and again, let's just say, with my job. And a lot of them think that wearing gel in their hair, driving a convertible car and telling people how much money they've got would make a woman fall at their knees. And they just don't get it. It's about charisma. It's about personality. And also, if you can make a woman laugh, that's everything. So my big crush, which has been now for about 5 years, is Boris Johnson. I love Boris.
Good grief.
So JJ's got his head in his hands. Carol's smiling beatifically.
No, but because Boris is incredibly clever. I think he's very clever, and I think he's quite wicked and naughty.
He looks like he is homeless. Put a brush through his hair, get him some gel.
Yeah, that's a little bit affected, as we said.
Samantha, what is it about him that really, really gets to you? And, you know, what is it you like about Boris?
He doesn't care. So that's a typical man's reaction. Put gel in his hair. No. Seriously, why does he want to look like a throwback from the 90s?
He looks like a scruff.
He doesn't care.
There was a story reported when he was going out with his now wife, and she got really cross with him because he kept on spilling red wine on her sofa and wasn't bothering. Now that would really bother me.
Let me move to Sue in Kent, because you're going to really love to hear who she has a crush on. Sue, thanks for calling. Who is it that floats your boat, as they say?
Oh, it's definitely King Charles.
He's stylish.
Why, Sue? Why?
Oh, he's so gentle. He looks kind.
I see it.
Compassionate, and I just find him really attractive. And I'd love to be in his company, even if it was just for 10 minutes.
I mean, I think it's perfectly understandable.
Yeah, I get
he was
that.
at my college at Cambridge, highly educated, gently spoken, very accomplished, and he's got a few homes around. Let's talk to Tony in Hertfordshire. Hello, Tony. Who do you like?
Hi, Vanessa, on this panel.
Hello.
Hi.
I think older men are very attractive, and especially with white hair. I love men with white hair.
Yeah, so who
I don't know what it is, but my idol, although he hasn't got white hair, I love Engelbert.
Oh, Engelbert. Oh.
He would
Engelbert
have
Humperdinck.
white hair, Tony. He would have
if he
white
didn't
hair
dye
if he
it.
didn't put the old boot black on it.
I can't believe no one's called up and said me for their crush.
Don't take it personally.
I am taking it
Don't be
personally.
offended. Just because Carol and I happen to be looking particularly gorgeous, there's really nothing we can do about that.